This is the semifinal match from the Western New England Tour event at Bogey Lanes in East Brookfield, Massachusetts. And this match is going to feature Peter Pereira, the number 2 seed, against Jeff Walsh, who was the number 3 seed and won the previous match against Rich Bober. The winner of this match will go on to take on the top seed Jim Ayotte. So getting it started will be Peter Pereira on lane 8, Jeff Walsh on lane 7. Peter, as you probably know, is a regular on the Pro Series and Friday Night Pro League and the Sunday once-a-month Pro League and various other events, the World Invitational Team Tournament every year. And Jeff is also a regular participant in most of the above. And there's a nice 10 box by Peter Pereira, converting that 3-4 split. Here's another look at how he cuts the 3 over into the 4 for a 10 box. Nice way to get started. Peter dropping 8, leaving the 2 and 5. Jeff has got the 1, 7, and 9, and he has no wood to help, so that's a tough shot over there. And Peter Pereira right on the 2 pin, but he chops it off the 5, so he'll have an open box in the second. Jeff Walsh pounds that head pin straight back into the 9, so each of them will have 1 pin to collect on their third ball, and Peter Pereira does that successfully, as does Jeff. So Peter has a 3-pin lead through 2. He's got 20 to 17 for Jeff. And Peter Pereira solid in the 1-2 pocket, but he leaves the 6 and 7. And Jeff Walsh almost with a strike. Nice 1-3 pocket hit, getting everything but the 4 pin, and he's got a piece of wood in front of it, as you can see, making a nice wide target. Peter trying to get the ball to go over and get the 7. And Jeff converts the spare in the third. So that will give Jeff a chance to take the lead, as he right now, Peter Pereira has 29 and Jeff has 27, but Jeff will be adding to that total with the spare fill as they begin the 4th box. Jeff on the head pin, kind of full, drops 6, leaves 3, 4, 6, and 7. Peter missed the head pin but dropped 7, and he's looking at the 1, 2, and 8. And nice spare by Peter. Splits the 1, 2, and the 2 pin and the ball, one or the other, goes through to get the 8 pin, and that's almost a spare for Jeff Walsh, getting that 3, 6, and something came over to get the 4, but the 7 pin remains. That's a 10 box. Peter Pereira filling the spare, just 4, but that will tie the game at 43 through 4. Jeff Walsh, another full hit on the head pin, very similar to the one he had in the last box, but this time he gets 9, leaving just a 3 pin. Great bid by Peter, almost converting that 4 drop. And Jeff does convert the spare in the 5th. He'll have 53. We'll give you a look at the scoreboard in just a moment, as they will switch lanes. As of this moment, it's a tie, 53 all. Jeff Walsh working on the spare, so he'll have a chance to take the lead by whatever he gets on the spare. Right through the middle. That's a spread eagle. That gives him a 4-pin lead. Peter Pereira also pretty full on the head pin. He's got 8, though. He's got the 3 and 4. And Jeff goes right through the same place. Let's see what Peter can do. You saw him convert the 3-4 in the first box for a 10, and he makes it for a spare. Wow, I don't know if when's the last time I saw that split converted twice in the same game, but we've seen it right here, and we'll give you another peek at it in slow motion. Peter cuts the 3 over right into the 4-pin. Nice shot there for a spare in the 6th. And that gives him a 1-pin lead. 63 plus the ball to 62 for Jeff, as Jeff struggled with a 5 box in that 6 box. Peter adds 7. So that makes it an 8-pin lead through 6, 70 to 62. And Jeff Walsh will be open in the 7th. Peter Pereira looking for another spare, and he's got it. He runs down that 1-2-4. So that'll give him a chance to add something to the lead. It's he's got 80 with a ball working to 72 for Jeff. Jeff's missing the head pin, but dropping 7. Peter drops 5, giving him 85 through the 7th to 72 for Jeff Walsh. And Jeff Walsh with a nice bid. He had the 1, 8, and 10, and he covered the 1 and 8, which is tough to do, but he couldn't get anything to cover the 10. So he'll be open in the 8th. That'll be a 10 box. Also a 10 for Peter Pereira. 13-pin lead with 2 boxes to go. So Jeff Walsh is going to have some work to do. He probably needs 2 marks. Although, of course, in the previous match, you will remember that he came back from 21 pins down. 21 or 22 with 2 boxes to go. And won that quarterfinal match. So he's no stranger to late game heroics. But he'll be open in the 9th. Peter Pereira with a spare. Takes down that 1, 2, 4, 7, 4 horsemen very cleanly. So that's probably going to do it, because he will have a lead of 14 plus the spare fill with 1 box to go. And Jeff Walsh does not throw. He's not going to have a double strike in the 10th. Peter with a 7 drop, leaving the 2, 5, and 8. So he will pick up the win here in the semifinal, and he will move on to the final match against Jim Ayotte. And we'll give you the final score in just a moment. And there you see it. Peter Pereira 122, Jeff Walsh 99. Peter moves on to the final in this Western New England Tour event at Bogey Lanes.